The following podcast may contain adult language and an abundance of salt, so buckle up, nerds. We're talking accepted. Welcome, and thank you for listening to the Salty Nerd Podcast. I'm your host, the Salty Nerd. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about Accepted, the Justin Long, Blake Lively, and babyface Jonah Hill movie, available on Amazon Prime. And I am joined, as always, by my illustrious co-host, starting with the ambassador of estrogen. Welcome to the show.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Me and you love this movie, don't we?
We do.
I can't wait to talk about it.
I was about to take a drink of my beverage before you.
Go right ahead.
You went first. You usually do Vader first. I was like, I feel like I got caught.
I'm also joined by the barbarian space Viking, Matt Vader. What's up, dude?
I hated this movie.
What?
Oh, it's terrible.
Oh, no.
This is a terrible movie.
No. I'm so disappointed.
Vader hates fun.
No, I don't hate fun. I like good movies. Not wannabe 80s, high school kid college movies.
Get out of here with your nonsense.
Pure,
I'm also joined.
I'm so over you today.
That's fine.
Don't you dare give this a 1-star crap fest.
No,
Don't you dare.
I'm gonna.
I'm also joined by the author extraordinaire, Matthew Kadish.
Hi.
Hey.
What's up?
Hey.
What's up? What's up, boo?
Hey, guys, before we dive super deep into this awesome movie, ask me about my wiener.
And our sponsors. Ask our sponsors about their wieners.
Ask our sponsors about their wieners.
I liked it.
Welcome to the show, guys. Like I said, we're going to be talking about the Justin Long movie, Accepted. One of my favorite, young adult coming of age fun movies of recent years. I can't remember what year it came out, but Jude.
2006.
2006. Thank you, Jude. Jude, take it away. What is this movie all about?
All right. 2006, Accepted, was rated PG-13. It has a runtime of 1 hour, 33 minutes, and it had a budget of $23 million.
Really?
What do you think it brought in?
I don't know, but 23 million seems a bit excessive.
Well, they needed rent for that insane asylum.
I'm going to say it brought in 58 million.
Okay. V?
I don't care. I never heard of this movie before we watched it this week.
I swear to God, man, I thought for sure you were going to love it.
Zero fucks about this movie.
Oh, my God.
Do you recognize the crazy girl that didn't get into Yale?
Her?
Uh-huh.
No. Who is she?
She is the crazy bride in Forgetting Sarah Marshall, the sex-starved bride.
Oh, my God, you're right.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's so cool.
So anyway, this movie made $38.6 million.
What did I say?
Shocked. I'm shocked it made any money at
So
all.
it did not double its budget, but it did make a profit.
Okay, cool. Right
So-
on. You're so full of hate right now. Oh, man.
When a group of friends don't get into college, they create one to appease their parents. They rent an abandoned psychiatric hospital, build a website, and hire Lewis Black to pose as the dean in order to fool their parents, but they accidentally accept anyone who applied online.
Lewis Black.
Now they have a college full of students to contend with. And instead of admitting they lied, Bartleby, who is
Justin
the
Long.
character Justin Long plays, he decides to just roll with it and figure out how to make it work. He takes a tour of a real college to learn how to model his and discovers that traditional college, the experience sucks.
Yeah.
So he decides to ask the students what they want and how they want to learn. And he comes up with an original college experience that's so crazy, it just might work.
I have such a ton of fun with this movie.
I love this movie.
And it's so I used to identify with Justin Long's character when I was growing up. I'm like, oh man, I don't want to go to college. I want to learn a trade or do my own thing or figure out what I want to do with my life before I jump into it. No, I did not.
Okay.
But now I drive giant trucks. But anyway, I used to identify with Justin Long's character. Upon rewatching this movie now as an adult,
You identify with his parents?
I know I identify with Lewis Black, or what's his name? Is it Lewis Black?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that's his real name.
Yeah, with the
He plays the dean.
dean, the fake dean
Yeah.
from the shit.
Yes.
What is it? South Harmon Institute of Technology.
Institute of Technology. They're the shit sandwiches.
Yeah, the shit sandwiches.
Everything is so clever that they do.
Is Lewis Black being Lewis Black?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
But that's what
It's like,
sells it.
I'm
He's
just
like,
going to do my comedy routine and be the
he
same
goes-
fucking character that I am, everything that I do and everything ever.
He goes hard Lewis
So-
Black with all the gestures.
Yeah.
yeah, he just goes crazy. But I think that
You're a piece of shit. This world fucking sucks. This movie sucks. My character sucks. I'm just Lewis Black, and this is what I do.
you've got no love for this movie whatsoever.
None. Zero.
Why?
It's dumb.
Why is it dumb?
It's
I
just-
thought for sure.
It's every stupid teenage young college kid movie ever made, but done poorly.
Done poor.
But
Why is
done
it done
poorly. It wants to be Animal House.
Okay.
It wants to be old school. It's none of those things. None of them. And it's just it took me 3 times to even watch this movie.
No way.
Yeah.
I did not expect you.
No, it's awful.
Wow. It hurt.
Boring, bland actors. You know, it was just bleh.
He's got this bottle of freaking whiskey.
That looks good.
Don't forget.
I'm pretty salty over this movie.
Wow.
But you know, I appreciate that you guys liked it.
No, you don't.
No, I really don't. But because it's just, I don't understand your love for it.
Oh, I just have fun.
I
I think
fat. I need to go on a diet. Jonah Hill and
Why are you fat shaming?
this boring pasty Justin whatever dude. What else has he been in?
a lot of
Apple
stuff.
commercials.
Yeah.
A lot of- what?
He was.
He was the I'm a Mac, I'm a PC guy.
That's right. That's where I saw him before. But he just totally, completely forgettable.
He was in
movie.
Zack and Miri Make a Porno.
Yeah.
He was in
whatever.
Galaxy Quest.
He was in Galaxy
Yeah,
Quest.
he's great in Galaxy Quest.
I like Justin Long.
him.
I think
He's
most of
alright.
the things he does, I like. I think the only thing I
Maybe I just
Jeepers
Yeah, this-
Creepers.
Mhm.
the parents are really annoying in this.
Oh, the
movie.
parents were. But that's on purpose, though.
and the little sister's annoying. There's nothing original in this.
Notice the mom was Starfire's mom in The Boys.
Yes.
You know,
Oh.
I said I went to the movies last night with my wife. We
Yeah.
watched 16 Candles. That's a good
It's
movie
coming of
about
age.
kids coming of age. So yeah, I don't know. It just
See, this
did nothing for me. It was just not a good movie.
this came out when I was about to graduate high school.
Yeah.
So it was like it hit me
I
at the
get
perfect
it.
time.
I get it. I'm cranky old guy.
Yeah. Yeah, you are.
I'm
Like,
cranky old curmudgeon guy in this movie. My 80s movies
which
were way better.
than
You're literally Lewis Black.
Yeah.
at this point.
Yeah, it's fine. They captured what it was like to be a teenager back then, much better than this piece of shit does. You know, yeah, for sure. I get it.
Oh
It's okay.
man, Jude,
Yes.
tell me why you love this movie.
Fuck, now I feel like Vader. I don't know. You caught me off guard. I didn't know I'd have to talk about it. I don't know. It's just fun. I mean, it's obviously ludicrous,
Oh yeah,
but it's just believable enough that you can enjoy it. These kids, I'm surprised you like it so much because these kids are outsmarting their parents, but I guess they're in the age group that is, you'll allow
it's
it.
acceptable.
You okay there, V?
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Shoot. And I
Give me this.
Do you want me to open it for you?
She goes, here, take this.
You need to settle down.
Shut up, old man. Tired of your bullshit.
I think
He's having a hard time.
I think I
opening-
just matriarched him. I
Yeah,
was like,
you
here,
did.
honey, have
Here.
a sandwich and shut up.
Yeah.
But anyway, I just think it's fun. It's believable enough that you can enjoy it. And now he's making the dog bark. And it's just clever. Like, you didn't get into college. And I love how it amps up that whole, like, you didn't get into college, so now what are you going to do?
Yeah.
You know, like mindset that you have when you're in this age and you're applying to colleges. You're like, oh, shit.
Yeah.
What if I don't get in? You're going to get in. They want your money. But the whole, like, the real traditional college experience, it does suck. It is bullshit. They do make you do a bunch of things that don't make sense because they want your money.
Yeah.
It's real. But this movie makes fun of it, and you can have fun with it.
Should have watched Animal House.
We can do that next. We can do Animal House. We could do a comparison to see, because this is like my, college age, coming of age, and then it'll be yours.
Kadish, Animal House is way better, right?
Yeah.
Whatever. You guys are too young, all of you, even Kadish.
So, Kadish, what are your?
Kadish, I mean, Animal House wasn't even my age.
When did that come out?
That was like in the early 80s, I believe, right?
Toga,
something like
toga.
Yeah, because it was like
Toga.
Belushi and,
Yeah.
but I don't
If
know.
we do Animal House, we'll have to wear togas while we talk about it.
What?
Can we drink on YouTube? Or are we going to get...
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Fine.
Probably can't show them that it's God damn.
Yeah.
Wow. All right.
I got the black label just for you. Vader.
Smooth.
Welcome to the show, V.
Hi. How are you? Lewis
right.
Black. Fucking being Lewis Black. Everything sucks.
I thought you would appreciate that speech where he's like, if you broke your dick, they only cover vaginas.
That was the best part of the movie.
I was going to say, I'm like, I can smell that from here.
You want some?
Yeah, I do actually. Hit me up. Here, I got a bottle of ice right now.
Which, by the way, every insurance company covers dicks. They would never cover vaginas.
Kadish, I haven't gotten your thoughts yet. What are your thoughts on Accepted?
I really enjoyed this movie. I've always enjoyed it. I remember going to see it in the theater, and it's one of those fun kind of like throwback to the 80s college comedies. You know, it's not like anything that's like fancy or original, but I like the underdog nature of the characters, and I like the situation that they find themselves in, where like they create a fake college and then they end up having to make it take the con so far that it becomes real type thing. And it's just like your typical kind of like, it's almost like Ghostbusters in the sense that like it's about a bunch of entrepreneurs that accidentally, end up becoming a success.
Yeah.
You know?
I think, Jude, you mentioned how clever this movie is. And I think that's really what endears it to me, because all the little jokes that they have, the little quips, the hijinks that ensue because they're reusing or repurposing an insane asylum. So they have this padded room where they teach classes about silence, and they have like chains on the beds. And the sister's like, what are these for? It's like these little funny quips and jokes that I think really work. And I agree with Kadish, like the idea that these kids start this con and then it goes so far to the point where they can't turn back.
Yeah, and then they end up having to turn legit.
Yeah.
How long did they think this was gonna last?
I don't think they thought that
how long did they
through.
think
That's
they
the
were
whole
gonna-
point. They were
Yeah.
like,
I mean, he got 10 grand from his dad. So he was like, I'm just going to live off this 10 grand for a year, pretend I'm going to college. But the thing I really like about this movie is like at its core, there's this message that, rejects can find acceptance, if they just kind of like follow their passions and be themselves. And the whole college experience of like being forced to fit in and then taking people who can't fit in anywhere and finding a place for them to, kind of find a home. It's got a good heart to it. I think that's what I like most about the movie is that it's got heart.
Yeah, I agree with you.
yeah.
And I love that while we're watching this experience of Bartleby like creating this con and they're taking him through this, well, we're just going to create our own college. We also get the story of, I forget Jonah Hill's character's name. Schrader?
Yeah.
Sherman Schrader.
We get his experience. He got accepted to the legit college, and we see his experience going through. And he's kind of an outcast, but because his father was
A legacy.
a legacy, thank you. They kind of have to accept him, but they give him a terrible time.
Oh, yeah.
And they terrorize this poor guy. They make him dress up like a hot dog, and they make him go stand out on the quad.
They made him dress like a sperm.
Yeah, he's a sperm at the party,
that's it.
serving drinks or something.
And he has to like chase people down, and he has to tell them to ask him about his wiener.
Yeah. The hazing.
That they put this poor kid
Just
through.
frat hazing.
Just to be mean guys about it.
I hate-
And we get like his whole college experience where he finally gets fed up and he joins the fraud too,
The
because
outcasts.
he decides like, I'd rather be a shit sandwich than a legacy at the legit college.
Yeah, the moment where he's like, South Harmon Institute of Technology, and he's like, you understand that the acronym is shit, right? And he's like, oh yeah.
Yeah, that's gold.
That's gold. Good stuff.
That's really good stuff right there. That's great writing. Super good joke.
Yeah.
Super
So
funny.
the guy who
We're gonna be the shit sandwiches. Woohoo! That's good stuff.
Yeah,
It
you
is
just
good.
Brilliant.
You
Brilliant.
see the main characters walking through, and you just see this guy dressed up like a sandwich, like walking the opposite direction.
Oh, that's our mascot.
And Schrader's like, what is that? And he's like, yeah, it's our mascot. He's like,
The shit
you
sandwiches.
guys are the shit sandwiches. And he's like, yeah. And it's just so clever and funny, and there's just no end to the jokes at the expense of this college.
This movie needed Adam Sandler to be in it or something.
Oh God, no. Oh gosh.
Oh God, yes.
No.
I feel like
Then
that
it
would have
would've
ruined it
been
for me.
better.
Who would have you played? Like the dad or something?
No, he would have played him.
Justin Long?
No, get out of
Imagine.
here.
No
And then,
way.
at least then I knew I wouldn't have had to take this movie as
Then they-
seriously as I thought I was going
Then
to.
the movie would have been called Another Happy Gilmore.
whatever.
Or Another
And
Billy
it would have probably
Madison.
been better.
Billy Madison, the college years.
Yeah.
No.
Absolutely.
One of my favorite characters, I don't remember his name, but it's the guy who's obsessed with food.
Glenn.
Is it Glenn? Dude,
I love
Eraserhead.
him.
so
Yeah.
funny.
He's like such a loser at the beginning. And then by the end, there's like these model type girls fighting over him because he's so good with food. They're like, Glenn, you can't keep stringing us along.
The friggin' scene where he comes out of the kitchen and it explodes and he's like, I'm dealing with some very volatile herbs.
Yeah.
I friggin'
He's
die.
like, Glenn, what happened? An explosion of flavor.
I think my eyes couldn't have rolled farther back into my head.
You hate everything that has heart.
I hate everything.
And is good.
Oh, man.
I am Lewis Black.
You are.
I'm Lewis Black now.
I can't wait to see you
Fuck
working
this movie.
Can't wait to see you working at a shoe store yelling at some 6-year-old.
That never happened. Put on a shoe, kid.
Put the goddamn shoe on your goddamn foot.
So the guy who wrote this movie,
Thank you, Katie.
the guy who wrote this movie,
Sucks. Is a terrible writer.
his name's Mark Perez, and he wrote another movie called Game Night, which taught me what my favorite drink is.
Oh, God damn it.
Harvey Wallbanger.
Harvey Wallbanger. Dude,
Yeah, if
give
you
us-
ever want to know if a bartender's legit, you order a Harvey Wallbanger and see if they
Says
can actually
the guy
make
who
it.
doesn't drink.
What is a Harvey Wallbanger?
I don't know.
No one knows.
Only legit bartenders know.
You guys
You know
wanna-
what?
You guys want to
real,
give
real men just drink shots.
Yeah.
So
in
whatever.
my Good Morning Beautiful mug.
Woo!
Do you want to give?
the director of this movie? His name's Steve Pink. Guess what else he's directed?
Tell us.
So he directed Hot Tub Time Machine
Oh,
and episodes of Cobra Kai and Santa Clarita Diet, and he
All
also
good.
wrote Gross Point Blank and High Fidelity.
Oh, God, I love Gross Point Blank.
nice.
What happened with this movie?
It's a good movie,
This
Vader.
was his first. This was his directorial debut.
You can tell.
And
Shut up.
I think he did a pretty good job. You know, the girl Maria Thayer, the redhead in this.
Mm-hmm.
So in this, like, she just graduated high school, but when they were shooting that, she just turned 30.
Oh my gosh, really?
Yeah,
Well, she looks good for 30.
Wish I looked. She looks very young. She looks very young.
Ah,
And Justin Long was roommates with Jonah Hill at this point in time, and basically the actors ad-libbed like almost all their scenes. Like they show up on the day on the set and be like, actually, like we'd like to do this gag, and Steve Ping was just like, yeah, okay. And Jonah Hill, I think his character was originally written very kind of like straightforward nerd,
mhm.
and he added like a lot of the flavor to that character with his ad libs and stuff like that.
Well,
So this entire movie, I think, is the jokes work strictly because the actors they got were so talented.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's.
I like his little sister.
She was a smart cookie, huh?
Yeah.
She's the best character in the show.
Have you watched Dirk Gently's or Dirk's Gently? I forget.
Dirk Gently's.
Dirk Gently's
Jerk-
Holistic Detective. Have you
No,
watched that?
Jerk-
I have not.
And she's the sister in that too, and she's really good.
Gently. What?
Yeah,
Dirk Gently.
what is this? Is this like a TV show?
It's a detective, like a psychic detective show. It's really good.
No,
it only had one
it's-
season.
So it was created by Douglas Adams, who created the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Okay.
And he's basically a detective that, like, his whole method is holistic. So, like, if a butterfly flaps its wings in Africa, it has to do with a murder that happened down the street type thing.
Yeah.
Wow.
And like whatever situation he finds himself in, that's a clue.
Okay. Is this the same? Is she the same age?
No. She's much
older?
older. She's like adult.
Oh, okay. Okay, cool. So it's a newer show then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's got Elijah
Definitely
Wood
check
in
it out.
Elijah Wood's in it?
Yeah, Frodo.
Oh. Yeah, I know who Elijah Wood is.
He played Frodo?
What?
No way. Coming soon to the Salty Nerd podcast.
December 2021.
So I have another Back in Hollywood story.
Oh, go for it. What do we
on
got?
this movie? So, around the time, so Blake Lively's in this movie as well. She plays like the hot girl that never noticed Justin Long in high school, but
Until he becomes cool in college.
yeah. And so like when they were making this movie, they actually started dating. And I was at the Grove in Hollywood.
Back in Hollywood.
Yeah,
Yep.
back in Hollywood, with some friends of mine to go to dinner one evening. And my friends, they were in from out of town, and they were like, "Do you think we'll get to see like a celebrity?" And I was like, "I don't know. You just run into them out here." And so like we went to this place in the Grove, and when we walked in, I noticed that Justin Long and Blake Lively were in a booth. And so I was like, oh, hey guys, look, there's Justin Long and Blake Lively. And they're like, oh my God, actual celebrities.
Yeah.
And so like I walked up and approached them and I was like, hey guys, like, I know you probably get this a lot. So forgive me for interrupting, but would you mind taking pictures with some friends of mine? They're in from out of town. And Blake Lively was kind of like on her cell phone, so she wasn't really paying attention. But Justin Long was like, yeah, we're kind of dealing with something right now, but before we leave, I'll come over and take some pictures with you. And so we were like, okay, that's cool. So we sat down, we had our meal, and we were getting ready to leave. And I didn't want to bug him again because like the unwritten rule is like if you approach a celebrity, you do it once, and if they turn you down, you just like you be cool with it.
I just don't bug them.
Well, wait, hold on, because you have a weird story about the dude from Alien, Bishop. That you met at a casino one time.
I was working.
And you were like...
And part of my job was to interact with the people playing.
Okay.
I was a floor person on the floor.
What did you ask them?
I'm not telling that
Oh,
story.
come on. Tell the story.
Well,
for another day.
Oh, okay. All right.
That's a story for another
there's
time.
actually more to Kadish's story.
Oh, go ahead, Kadish. Continue.
So we get up and we're getting ready to leave. And once we get out the door, we're waiting for the valet to pull up my car. And Justin Long comes running out. And he's like, hey, did you still want to get that picture before you leave? And we're like, yeah, sure. And so like we got a picture with him, and he's like, I'm really sorry. My girlfriend just lost her dog, Blake Lively. Like her dog like ran away, so she was on the phone with people trying to track down her dog.
Oh, lost. Okay, I thought. Okay, never mind.
And so like he was like, yeah, things are just really crazy right now, but I didn't want you guys to think we were assholes or anything. and we were like, oh no, man, it's cool. So like he was really nice.
That's awesome.
And I think Blake Lively's pretty nice too, but I didn't really interact with
I've
her
actually
all that
met
much.
Blake Lively before.
What?
I had opened this casino on the Strip had opened. Their first like big opening was during New Year's Eve. So I went over as a favor to the director for like a one-day stint. She just needed extra bodies in the spa to like perform services and stuff. And Blake Lively was there with her mother and her sister. So I actually got to meet all of them, and I worked on a couple of them. And they're just a lovely group of people. She was up in her room. Her mom and her sister were down on the spa, and she came down in like her robe, and she was just charming and cool to interact with. And she was just like, hey mom, what are you doing? Like, and she was just cute and adorable, and she interacted with all of us, and she was just very chit chatty and
nice
and adorable. Yeah, she's a very nice person.
What's funny though is Justin Long has publicly stated that he's never actually seen this movie.
He's never watched it?
No, he's never watched it.
He's missing out.
He's
man.
a smart guy. He knows it's a piece of shit.
It is not.
So he doesn't need to watch it.
Lies. What's that? Lies. Deception. Every day, more lies.
This guy was the best one of them.
Oh, ADD?
Yeah,
Let's
ADD
talk about
kid.
him for a minute.
Yeah, he was the penguin in Gotham.
Yeah. It's a baby-faced penguin from, that show's whack. But I liked his character in this because it was funny because to see his character arc when he first starts out, he's like just a freaking
A mess.
a giant mess, a little freaking electrical buzzball, crazy. And then like he tries to do meditation one time. He sits down with the group, sits there for like 4 seconds.
Yeah.
And then he's like, that was great, guys.
I did genuinely laugh at that scene. That was pretty funny. But you know who the best written part in the whole movie is?
Who's that?
It's a telekinesis guy.
Oh yeah.
Because that was really good.
Did you laugh at that?
No.
Yeah.
No, it was really stupid.
Was it stupid?
It was really
No,
dumb.
it was great.
It's like, I'm gonna make this thing blow up as pineapple.
Yeah. So the whole thing about the South Harmon Institute of Technology is that they allow the students to come up with their own curriculum. And this one guy, he wants to learn how to blow stuff up with his mind. And so throughout the movie, you see him practicing and like nothing ever happens. But then at the end of the movie, the evil dean's car from Harmon University just suddenly blows up. And then it cuts to this guy with Bartleby, and Bartleby's like amazed.
Holy shit.
Yeah. And the guy's just like, told you.
It was a good payoff. There's a lot of good, setup and payoff. I love the football player who injured his legs. He's like, well, I can't get my scholarship anymore.
Yeah, and he's obsessed with African fertility statues.
So every statue he makes is just a freaking African statue with a giant dong.
Giant dick.
It's amazing. It's so funny. And then like the further on he progresses in his talent of sculpture, I guess. I don't know. What's the word for the art of
Wood
sculpturing?
Our blah.
Jim
Have
Beam.
another shot.
Jim Beam.
Anyway, It's just like it progressively. It's the same statue. It just progressively gets bigger and bigger and bigger.
I can feel my eyes getting.
Yeah, I can. My mouth is.
They're getting glassy as I watch staring at you.
My mouth is not working as fluently as it should be.
Jim Beam's a hell of a drink.
All
Good
right.
morning, beautiful.
This movie's great.
This is gonna be a C episode before too long.
Vader's tits are going to be on the table this time.
I better get some more.
Jude made herself snort. Anyway, Accepted.
That's so funny.
This movie. Let's talk about the bad guys. All right. So the typical college kid jocks with the
Frat boys.
blazers, the frat boys. They are the dumbest group of people you've ever seen. They're constantly trying to get a leg up on these like outcasts, and they just can't do it. Every time they do it, they just one of my scenes that I always remember is like when he's leaving the party, like the outcast party. They have this big rave. It's a concert. Everybody from town that's in college goes to this party instead of their party, and they're all it's like a 20s frapper.
Yeah, they have a roaring 20s party at the traditional college, which is
Yeah,
supposed to be like
the thing.
party.
Yeah, and they're all super jealous that this freaking shit college is having a better party than them. So they go there and they try to stop it. They confront
And
Justin.
honestly, that party is legit.
The party was dope. They got some good music.
Uh-huh.
It was awesome. But what they did to try and stop it was they pulled the fire alarm, and the sprinklers go off in the big auditorium where they're having the concert. And they just roll with it.
Yeah.
They're like
wet t-shirt.
wet t-shirt contest, and they just start dancing, and the music keeps it going. I'm like, this is freaking it looks like a ton of fun.
You know what this movie reminds me a lot of is a Real Genius.
Yes.
I've never heard of this movie. Tell me
With
about
Val
it.
Kilmer.
Val Kilmer? Is it like a young Val Kilmer?
Yes.
Like before Batman?
Yes.
Wow.
He's playing a college kid.
Okay. Wow, I've never even heard of this. Tell me
Oh my
about
gosh, it's so good. You would like it.
it. Okay.
Yeah, so Real Genius is basically just about this college that specializes in people who are like super smart.
Mm-hmm.
And it follows like this young kid who gets accepted into this college, and he meets like all these like really eccentric kind of like genius college students who are working on lasers and stuff in the 80s. And it's just kind of like, it's similar to this, and like there's just lots of gags, lots of interesting characters, and it's a college movie. And you know, it's I think it was one of was it Val Kilmer's first, or was that Top Secret?
I don't know. I'd have to look that up.
Kurt Russell's like, I want to talk.
Yeah, but this movie reminded me a lot of Real Genius.
Right on.
It's a fun movie.
I have to check it out because
it just never
clicks with you.
Never clicked with me. Not once. This movie, it was a hard movie for me.
I'm
sorry, man.
No, you don't have to apologize.
I don't even know why. I just thought this is just a poorly done Revenge of the Nerds, maybe I mixed with Animal House kind of thing. I didn't see anything original in this movie. I mean, yeah, it had a couple. It had its funny moments.
All right. So, real quick, let's do final thoughts on Accepted. I've kind of gushed over it. Jude's gushed over it. You've
shit on it.
Took a giant shit on it.
Terrible movie.
But to me,
1.5 star.
To me, it's just clever and lovable, and I have a lot of fun watching it. It's I think you're probably right. It's not the most original movie out there. There's been other movies, the college coming of age stuff, the frat parties, the jokes, the gags. Yeah, it's all been done before. But for me, this just has a bit of a charm to it that I really connect with, and I enjoy it. And Blake Lively's gorgeous, so put her in a movie and I'm good. But yeah, that's my final thoughts. I really enjoy this movie. It's easily 4 stars for me. Yeah.
4?
Yeah, dude. I have a ton of fun with this movie. I laugh out loud every time I watch it. It doesn't get old for me. So 4 star for
no.
Jude, final thoughts on
Oh my
Accepted.
God, he just took that Jim Beam down so hard, so aggressively after you said that.
The WandaVision's going to be lit.
Oh God, I thought this was the last
I
one.
need to catch up.
All right. Wow.
I agree with you. I don't rate it quite as high as you, but
Okay.
I agree with everything that you said. It's so sincere and heartfelt, and the underdog, and just everything about it just comes together, and it gives me warm fuzzies inside my little belly. So I give it 3 out of 5 explosions of favor.
Nice.
You guys are both
Explosions
insane.
of flavor. Nice. All right.
That's where I was going to go. She beat me to it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
That's a good rating. That's good. Kadish, what about you? What are your final thoughts on this movie?
I really enjoy this movie. It's kind of like a lighthearted, just, you know, if you're bored and you want something to watch that's going to entertain you for a little while, do this movie, do Accepted. You know, it's just a throwback to 80s kind of college comedies, teen comedies, things like that, with a good heart to it and some good talent. I'd give it, you know, 3 out of 5 shit sandwiches.
There you go. All right, Vader, I'm going to leave this one for you.
What else do I have to say?
Give it a rating.
1.5 shit sandwiches.
So it's not a 1-star.
It's not
crap.
a 1-star crap fest because it did give me a couple chuckles out of me.
Okay.
So, but no, this is garbage.
I'm actually happy with that. If you gave it a 1/2 star extra, that means you love. That means you love me.
I'm giving it a 1/2 star for you. So.
If there had been boobs, he'd have gotten it up to 2
Oh my
stars.
god, yeah. What would that have changed it?
That would have maybe 1 3/4.
If this was an R-rated movie and there
would
was
have been
like
way better.
Can we get a 1/4 star for each boob? So if you had seen a pair of boobs,
No,
it would have.
it's still a 1.5 stars.
Okay. All right, guys, that's it for our quick review of Accepted. I highly suggest you go watch it. It's a ton of fun.
Don't
easy.
do it. Don't watch it.
Don't listen to Vader. He's
piece of shit.
wasted.
All right, before we get out of here, real quick around the table, where can we find everybody? Vader, where can we
You
find
can
you?
find Vader at the bottom of a Jim Beam bottle.
That's right. Thanks to this movie.
Where can we find your salty ass at on the socials?
You can find me at Matt Vader 74 on the places. Man,
All right, thanks, buddy.
that's really hitting me all of a sudden.
Jude, where can they find you at?
You can find me at I am Jude Juju on Instagram and Twitter, and on my website at thevoiceofjude.com.
Right on. And Matthew Kadish.
You can find me at Matthew Kadish, Kadish on Twitter, and kadishbooks.com if you want to check out my Amazon page.
Right on. And I'm your host, the Salty Nerd. You can find me on Twitter at salty_nerd, or go to our Discord server and jump in one of the chat rooms there. I'll meet you there and we'll have a good time talking about movies. All right, guys. Thanks for listening.
Bye.